Hi guys, so as you know, I have moved to the Netherlands around 6 months ago. Since I've moved, I have shared lots of tips on my TikTok, and the question that I received the most is how to find housing. This is such a complicated matter that I decided to make a longer video here so you guys can have those tips. I'm not giving any legal advising. I'm just sharing some of the tips and some of the information that I gathered in these months that I'm here, so hope it helps. First of all, market here is crazy. If you're Dutch or if you live in the Netherlands for a long time, you know what I'm talking about. But when you're just moving, we are not aware of that. Just a little background on me. I lived in New York for a long time. New York's famous for its crazy house market, but here it is worst. Just to compare, when we were moving, we didn't know that we were moving to the Netherlands. When my husband got his job, we got a relocation budget and we got 15 days in a hotel so we could find our accommodation. And what is funny right now is because I thought in that beginning that 15 days would be enough to find something, at least a temporary house. And this was the biggest mistake ever, because as you might know where I'm going with this, it is virtually impossible to find a house in the Netherlands that easy and that quick. So it was very hard. It was close to a nightmare to find an accommodation. He was working full time and I was literally calling everyone that I knew, all the agents, searching on Funda and all the websites I'm gonna break down to you right now. So I have some tips. The first thing that you should do is to look for your accommodation as soon as you know that you're gonna arrive here. Even if you have a month paid by your company, even if you already have a friend that can house you, that can give you a room for like a month. So start as early as you know that you're moving, because it takes a while. Second tip, there are many websites that showcase the houses. Example, Funda, I'm gonna list it here. Funda, and other ones that people told me. I'm just gonna write it out because I can't remember by heart. But all of those, I looked, I filled out my information and everything, or I called and they were already booked. So I just feel like this is a waste of time. You can get very lucky. I've heard people that rented their apartment through these websites, but I feel like only if you have lots of time, many months, because for me, I didn't have any luck even visiting an apartment. Everything was already booked as soon as I called. My second tip is to hire an agent, a well-known agent. Even better if you find someone who works with expats, because they're gonna be able to give you some better information on how to fill everything that you need. There are many requirements that you have to fulfill. Example, for your salary, sometimes has to be 3 times the price of the rental. It is a little bit complicated, so it's better if you have all this information before you arrive as well. How much I'm gonna make with that job, so I qualify for this type and this price of apartments. So this is why an agent is very good as well, but they also need time. When I was trying to hire one, they basically laugh at my face because I had like 10 days to find an accommodation and I was very desperate. But I can also list a couple of agents that it was recommended to me. I just didn't have enough time to work with them. But in my humble opinion, if you have the money to pay, because it also requires a fee, this kind of agents, usually they charge 1 month of rent if you rent the apartment with them. So if you have the money to spare and you want to save some time and lots of headaches, this is my humble opinion to go with an agent. And third option, and I think that's very popular with expats here, go for rental complexes. Complexes, how is the plural of that in English? Help me out here. So let's go for a rental complex. I'm gonna say in the singular. There are many around Amsterdam. I live in one. I didn't know about it. There are also many student houses. They tend to be booked as well for a long time. So if you know they're coming here in the next year, try to apply as early as you can. I give these tips from some of my close friends. They could find apartments before they move. So this is what I want to share with you guys, because sometimes we just get here and we can't find anything. I thought I'd be homeless at some point. I was like, let me buy this and live on the streets, because I can't. So I'm gonna list as well some of the rental complex that I know that are very popular with expats and also some Dutch people as well, because why not? And the fourth tip, and for me is the most important, is the one that really worked for me, is ask around everyone that you know. Everyone. I got super lucky because I was posting, as you know, I make lots of TikToks, making some funny contents, and one of my TikToks, a friend of mine saw it, and then she recommended the place that I was living. She had a friend here and he could recommend that to me. Talk to everyone. I remember I was walking on the street when I moved here, and I was going to the stores, and then I was telling everybody that I was looking for an apartment. I remember I got an information for someone who worked at the store. He's like, I have a friend that's renting, but the price was more than I could pay, but at least I had some leads. So this is the most important thing that I can tell you, is to talk to everybody that you know. It helps a lot. Hope it helps. If you have any other questions about housing, please let me know in the comments. If you want to know anything else about living abroad, I'm glad to answer your questions. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also follow me on my other social media things. I'm gonna put all my handles here. Follow me there.